Good afternoon, good evening, Jar of Marble dwellers and Jar of Marble curious. My name is Linda and this is Jar of Marbles.
Yes, it is, and I'm here. It's me, it's Bob.
How are you, Bob?
I'm good, thank you.
This week, I'd like to talk a little bit about reinvention. More than ever, reinvention isn't just a thing, it's the thing for so many of us. It's no longer a dramatic pivot reserved for midlife crises or career collapses. It's expected, almost assumed. The world moves faster, the rules shift more often, and staying the same has quietly become the riskiest choice of all.
Hey, what do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. Ground beef, yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, it's all right.
So one day it arrives. It's one day I'm thinking I'm going to wear that because I love it, not for any other reason.
That's popular way of being now, isn't it? To be, do, wear, not for any reason.
Yes, because we can. Real freedom. Sometimes reinvention arrives with force. A loss, a breakup, a job ending, a door slams shut so hard it echoes.
Yeah, it does.
Other times it's quieter. You wake up one ordinary day and get the memo. Not from anyone else, just from somewhere deep and unignorable. This is how it has always arrived for me, just quietly one day asking myself some good questions, some new questions, and, importantly, with total honesty. Why am I not doing that anymore or again? What was my reasonings when I decided to not wear that or stop going there or stop calling that person or whatever? Who am I hoping will understand? No one. You realise you're not going to live forever, that the version of you that once fit so perfectly is starting to feel tight, outdated or unfinished. Tight is the word. It is you growing out of that skin that cannot be applied to any part of your life. Hashtag reinvention. And instead of panic, something else shows up. Possibility.
Here we go. I didn't choose this life. The algorithm chose it for me, you know.
Did it?
Yeah.
So
what do we do?
Well, let's do something about that, Bob. Reinvention is often framed as survival, but it's just as much about excitement.
My bed's an enchanted zone where all forgotten tasks resurface.
God, isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
It's the moment you stop asking, how do I hold on? And start asking, what else could I become?
What else is possible for me?
Yes, Bob, using a bit of wonder, allowing the mind to think, what else could I do? It's permission to edit your life with intention, to release identities that did their job, to choose again. Your work, your rhythm, your values, your voice.
Oh, yeah, I like that. I'm on good terms with with most letters, but why remains a mystery.
Well, I can see why.
Yeah.
The steps are rarely clean or linear. There's curiosity before clarity, discomfort before confidence, small experiments before bold declarations.
Yeah, true.
You try things on, you fail quietly, you learn what no longer fits, you gather courage in increments. Reinvention isn't a single leap.
You were going to say step.
Yeah, I was, but I thought, no, I might use the word leap. It's a series of steps.
There you go, steps.
Shut up, Bob. It's a series of steps taken while still unsure, still learning, still becoming, and enjoying yourself loads in the process. This is a literal cannot lose scenario. What's different now is that reinvention isn't a sign you went wrong before. It's proof you're paying attention to time, to your growth, to the fact that you're allowed, expected even, to evolve. In a world that won't stop changing, reinvention isn't an ending, it's an exciting next step, and then another and another.
Hey, you got to love that, hey. Set your beloved free if they return. It seems no one else opted for them either.
Nice, Bob.
Yeah.
It's that moment when you realise time hasn't just been passing, it's been teaching. You start noticing patterns, what used to drain you, what quietly strengthened you, what you tolerated because you didn't know better. In another life, maybe you started thinking about how you wanted to try something new and felt too shy to, not confident enough, closed the door before it was even open.
And it could be anything.
Well, yeah, it could. It could always be something you've wanted to do, like maybe have a tattoo, but didn't because of judgment, a new hairstyle, shave all your hair off, whatever it is. But growth sneaks up like that. One day you're just surviving and the next you're paying attention.
Oh, yeah, that's so true.
It is, Bob. It is. So now you're watching the clock differently, not with panic, but with intention. I don't watch the clock the way I used to, not with that tight chest panic, the flinch every time a minute passed, like a door closing. I watch it now with intention.
A clean house is a sign of a broken computer.
Is that right? A little bit more than that.
Yeah, all right.
So each hour is no longer a threat. It's a container. The hours don't mean the same as they used to. It might have been, your 9 to 5 or having to meet, a client at a particular time, and certain things have to happen within that space. So a room I step into and decide how to furnish. Attention here. The presence is there.
I used to be a people person, but people ruined it for me.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah, too often, I'm afraid.
Anyway, I'm aware sharply that I want it all to count. Not in a resume way, in a did I feel alive while I was here way, in a did I choose or did I drift way. Reinventing the hour starts with refusing to rush through it. I slow the seconds down by actually standing inside them.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I ask the hour what it's for before it asks me where I've been. Some hours are for building, some are for resting, and definitely without guilt, and some are for staring at nothing and letting the mind tell the truth it's been postponing.
I was wondering why the frisbee kept getting bigger and bigger, and then it hit me.
There you go.
Yeah.
So the clock still moves. Of course it does. But I'm no longer chasing it or hiding from it. We're in conversation now. Time doesn't demand everything at once. It just asks, what will you do with me? This one, right now.
An apple a day keeps everyone away if you throw it hard enough.
So true. So you understand that every season left something in you, skills, scar, perspective, opinions, ideas, knowledge, and none of it was wasted. You're no longer rushing forward blindly or clinging to what's familiar. You're pausing, measuring, choosing, and loving it. Every now and then you can stop and sigh. Yeah, and feel liberated. Was that a sigh?
Yeah.
Maybe relieved that so much is behind you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with you on that too. Being ready to reconsider everything doesn't mean you were wrong before. It means you're wiser now. You have a different perspective, different needs. You're questioning old beliefs, outdated goals, inherited expectations. You're asking yourself if the life you're building still fits the person you've become.
I think that we never really grow up. We just learn how to behave in public.
Possibly. Maybe.
Yeah, do not argue with an idiot. He'll drag you down to his level and beat you up with his experience.
You may be onto something there, Bob.
Yeah, I know I am.
So this is the quiet beginning of change.
The quiet beginning of change.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, I just like the sound of it, so I wanted to say it.
Well, all right then. So awareness turning into agency. You're not starting over, you're starting deliberately.
Oh, I do like that.
Yeah, I keep asking myself a quiet, dangerous question. Does this life still fit me? Not the life I dreamed of years ago, or maybe just fell into. Not the one that once made sense, but the person I'm becoming now, or have become, or maybe mid-motion, mid-change. Not the most comfortable place to be, being mid-anything, but you will land.
The bank sent me a final notice. Isn't it great? They won't be bothering me anymore.
If only it worked like that.
Yeah, well, it does.
Yeah, righto. So because growth has a way of stretching you past the seams of old choices.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, cool, Bob. So what once felt like home can start to feel like a costume. Routines that used to ground you begin to weigh you down.
Yes.
People, places, habits, you don't hate them, but they no longer recognise the shape of your becoming. You could ask yourself, I wonder if I'm holding on to a life out of loyalty to who I used to be, if I'm confusing comfort with alignment, if I'm staying because it's familiar, not because it's true.
We all need time to work that out though, don't we?
Yes, I think so. And if it keeps up, then changes are knocking. The hardest part isn't admitting that something doesn't fit anymore. It's admitting that you've changed, that the person you've set to become has different needs, different hungers, different limits. And that growth isn't just adding things, it's outgrowing them.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah.
Good.
So, hospitality, making your friends feel like they're at home even when you wish they would go home.
So, I asked myself again, does this life still fit me?
Well, does it?
Well, if the answer is no, I know the next question is even scarier. Am I brave enough to choose a life that does?
Ho, 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 ho.
Because becoming yourself sometimes means leaving behind a life that once loved you well, but can no longer hold you.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Can no longer hold you. So is reinvention real?
Of course it is, Bob. Hashtag reinvention. I knew a woman named Mara. I won't use her last name, not because the story is fragile, but because the turning point was. For most of her adult life, Mara was predictable in the way people call responsible. She worked in operations for a mid-sized company, married young, owned a sensible car, hosted holidays on schedule. She was the person everyone relied on, the one who remembered birthdays, the one who didn't make messes, and she was quietly disappearing inside that competence. The catalyst wasn't dramatic in the way, say, a movie would make it. There was no affair, there was no firing, no sudden illness. It was just a Tuesday afternoon in a grocery store.
See, I like that. A Tuesday afternoon in a grocery store.
Yeah. So she said she was just standing in the cereal aisle and she was staring at a box that she'd bought every week for years. And she was suddenly struck by a very clear, very calm thought. And she just thought, I don't actually want this. And she realised that she wasn't just talking about the cereal. It was just her entire life. And there was no hate, no panic. It was just a certainty.
Hey, why should you marry someone older than you? So as your looks fade, so will their eyesight?
You've thought about that, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
So she told me later that what scared her wasn't the thought, it was how reasonable it felt, how her body didn't argue with it at all. That night she went home, opened up a notebook that she hadn't touched since college. She didn't write goals, she didn't write affirmations, she just wrote a list entitled, Things I Do Because I'm Afraid to Disappoint People.
Oh, wow, that's actually kind of sad, sort of touching.
Well, the list was 3 pages long.
Good fathers.
Over the next year, Mara didn't blow up her life. She just did something braver and slower. She began removing one lie at a time.
I think I like this, Mara.
Yeah. She asked to move to part-time. She stopped hosting holidays. She admitted to her husband that the marriage wasn't broken, but it wasn't alive either and hadn't been for a long time. They separated without theatrics. A lot of grief, yes, and honesty.
Hey, why do retirees smile so much? Because they can't hear a word you're saying.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So Mara took a ceramics class because she liked the way clay resisted her. She sold her car and bought an old bike. She loves a bike. Got stolen last week, but anyway, I digress. She moved into a smaller apartment with terrible light and phenomenal quiet. People said she was starting over. She hated that phrase. She said she wasn't starting over. She was starting accurately.
How is the moonlight dentures? Both come out at night.
Quite like that.
Yeah, me too.
So 5 years later, Mara runs a small studio and teaches 3 days a week. She laughs louder. She dresses worse. She sleeps better. She's not impressive in the old way and she doesn't care. She's fabulously happy, actually. The real catalyst wasn't the cereal aisle. That was just the moment it surfaced. The real catalyst was this. She finally believed that staying the same out of fear was more dangerous than changing without a map. That belief changed everything. She's an amazing woman and is completely and utterly herself. Here's to you, Mara.
Yeah, here's to you, Mara.
Yeah.
Aging gracefully is a nice way of saying you're slowly looking worse.
Oh, it's not. Aging's bloody marvellous, actually. I welcome it.
You do?
Yeah. Not much I can do about it. So, yeah, I'm loving it. Mind you, I'm loving life. Now, the whole concept of reinvention, we will all be coming from different experiences, and there will be that one day when you go, enough is enough. You're ready to dive in and not take the same crap or repeat stupid scenarios that leave everyone feeling defeated. So I say, choose you. Choose your reinvention. What's the worst that'll happen? There is no worse. You reinvent again, perhaps many times until you feel happy with where you find yourself. Reinvention rarely arrives all at once, tends to slip in quietly at the edges of life during moments when who we were no longer fits who we are becoming. Oh, wow. Yeah, and different seasons of life invite different kinds of transformations, each shaped by time, loss, discovery, and courage. Early adulthood, becoming real in early adulthood, reinvention often comes from first collisions with reality. Dreams formed in childhood meet responsibility, failure, and independence. People reinvent themselves by choosing paths, careers, relationships, values that may differ from what was expected of them. This is the era of trial and error, where flexibility is where identity is flexible and mistakes are not endpoints but raw material for growth.
Oh, yeah. That's so good.
I think so, yeah. So, #reinvention. Early adulthood, when we're becoming real. In early adulthood, reinvention often comes from first collisions with reality. Dreams formed in childhood meet responsibility, failure, and independence.
And all that jazz.
Yeah, people invent or reinvent themselves by choosing paths, careers, relationships, even their values that may differ from what was expected of them.
Yes, yes.
This is the era of trial and error, as we're saying.
So like you're using your raw material.
Yeah, so next time someone says no offence after insulting you,
yeah, well, what I'd like to do is beat the shit out of them and say, hey, no harm done.
Okay, Bob. Till we reach midlife, it could mean a time of reevaluating. Midlife reinvention is quieter but deeper. It's sparked by questions rather than ambition. Is this life enough? Is this my life?
Oh, yeah.
Career plateaus, long-term relationships, or the realisation of mortality push people to reassess purpose.
Yeah, true.
Reinvention here is less about proving something and more about aligning life with meaning, changing priorities, redefining success, or reclaiming neglected passions.
Who wants to open a donut shop next to a medical marijuana place? We could call it Glazed and Confused.
You've thought about this.
Yes, I have. Ever since I was in Amsterdam.
So, after loss or failure, rebuilding the self happens often with us on board or not, but to varying degrees. Loss has a way of dismantling identity.
Oh, hell yeah.
The death of a loved one, divorce, illness, or failure can strip away roles that once defined us.
Yeah, so it's not easy.
No, it's never easy. Reinvention in these moments is not glamorous. It's survival, and it can boil down to just that, survival.
My wife didn't order anything from Amazon yesterday, so the delivery guy knocked on our door to see if we're okay.
So slowly people rebuild with a stronger sense of self-awareness, often emerging more compassionate, resilient and honest with themselves before. So moments of awakening includes consciously choosing growth.
If you're arguing loudly on your phone in public, please put it on speaker because I want to hear both sides of the story.
Yeah, well, right, it's the most considerate thing to do.
Oh, I think so.
So sometimes reinvention happens without crisis. A book, a conversation, travel, or a sudden insight can awaken a new perspective. These moments plant seeds, prompting changes in habits, your direction, and perhaps your beliefs. This kind of reinvention is subtle but powerful, driven by curiosity.
Nice. I hate when someone rings my doorbell because then I have to drop whatever I'm doing to be silent and pretend I'm not home.
Oh, you too.
Yeah.
In later life, while we're redefining legacy in later years, reinvention often turns inward.
True.
With fewer external pressures, people redefine themselves beyond productivity. They become mentors, artists, caregivers, or storytellers. Reinvention here is about legacy, how one wishes to be remembered and how fully one chooses to live in the present.
So it could be said that it's a lifelong process.
Well, yeah, Bob. Reinvention is not a single chapter, but a reoccurring theme.
More than once?
Yeah. Each stage of life offers a chance to shed outdated versions of ourselves and to step into something truer. The courage to change, to admit we've outgrown who we once were, is what keeps life dynamic and alive and meaningful.
Love it. I do.
And that's the end of this episode, Reinvention.
Super duper it was.
So thank you for joining us. Say good day to the family for me.
And me.
And give the Mozzie a stick. And we'll see you next time, okay? Okay then. Bye.
Bye.